The map I received from a mysterious salesman led me through the sweltering rainforest. The rolling grasslands and swamps filled with creatures the likes of which humans cannot possibly imagine, but somehow always end up basically just being like a mass of tentacles, so effectively an octopus. Sidebar, is that racist of us, or speciesist? I guess it reflects the fact we're inherently limited in terms of what we can imagine, and self-evidently we can't imagine the unimaginable, but seriously everyone always goes for it like a massive writhing tentacle. This is what I was living through, so I'm adding to the problem, but for the record, I also saw stuff that wasn't just some spooky looking mollusks, like weird bats and a funny looking badger or something. Kind of weird that no one ever really sees unfathomable creatures that are super adorable. I guess that would under my mistakes, but still logically it should be something experienced in equal measure to the weird looking stuff, like maybe an extra dimensional rabbit. So we see it simultaneously as a baby and as an old rabbit, as well as dead and in the prime of its life. I guess that's only kind of adorable, but whatever, you get my point. Regardless, after walking for many moons, I eventually found myself in a vast tunnel racked by wind so impossibly cold it felt as though my very soul were frostbitten. And then you sit in your nice warm house, thinking to yourself, oh half-heart, there goes that wacky Mr. Eminem character. Maybe he'll finally figure out who the real Slim Shady is. Well, maybe I will, but not because you told me to, alright. I'm gonna do it because I want to. Though the snowstorm clouded my vision, I was able to keep moving forward, following the map as best I could, keeping a sharp eye out for any of the landmarks to let me know I was on the right path in the far distance. My swinging in an effort to pierce through the whirling snowflakes, I thought I could make out the avian monument unified, snow and born as depicted on my map. That was when I heard the otherworldly voice whispering in my head, demanding I head to the monument. Sidebar, generally I don't have voices in my head all the much, though apparently many of my hobos do. According to schizophrenic Jerry, the government actually plants speakers into people's ears at night to whisper invasive thoughts into their head. I was quick to correct him, pointing out that sounded more like something the KGB would do. At this point he screamed at me that I knew nothing and that Biden was working with the great old ones to bring about the coming of the demon or that moment. I told him that was ridiculous cause Biden had publicly announced the plan to kill Cthulhu, and that I personally met that moment and he was a very sweet and precious boy. In short, I told him he seemed disconnected from reality and he needed to buck up his ideas and do a little research. That was when schizophrenic Jerry tried to punch me in the most vulnerable part of my face, the mouth. However, I happened to have spent a little time training with the former world champion boxer Ricky and was able to simply sidestep his blow. We promptly screamed I was one of the ghost people and then pulled out a spike. Taking a step back for a minute, can you imagine if I was telling you this story without broad context? Makes you think. Long story short, I jumped out of a third-story window to escape the spike and somehow ended up landing on it, which resolved my problem permanently. Anyway, drawn by high power I couldn't fully fathom, I headed for the monument.